Alright, we back, y'all. Like I said, I had to restart the whole laptop again because for some reason it just does that. If I don't close out all my tabs, it just be extremely laggy and stuff, but it's fine. We just gonna pick up where we left off at. Like we was finna do, we was finna go over SPY because I told you I took SPY loans yesterday and it faked me out at the very end, man. It faked me out at the very end. I got out. Um, But let's check it out. Let's check this out. Our play did go through that we've been looking at. Uh, so on the daily, what we got? Let's remove some of these lines. I'm gonna delete some of the lines because some of the lines I just use like in the intraday, and I usually remove them. But what we see on the daily, man, we said coming into this week, yeah, we had two lower lows, um, set, but they both was green candles, so it was like, hey, we can't be bearish just yet because green means go up based off the daily. Um, now, so we had looked at it. We were like, okay, we know we're going long. We don't want to take shorts until we break below 570, which was right here, 570. Uh, like 570.46, 570.45. We wanted to see it close below there, and preferably a red candle come in the mix before we even think about going shorts. So we took our loans. I believe we said on the 4 hour, we was like, hey, if SPY beats this high, get in loans, set our stop loss down here at the low of this red candle, and we aim for this target first, and then we look for these highs to get taken right here. Even though this ain't even, we don't even look at this as higher high. We just see this as a lower high that was set as they was making this downtrend. We really don't look at this as a true high. We really look at this high as the true high up here at 96, 595, 596. But we do know, hey, the market can try to slow us down a little bit here until we break out of what I call order block, where this red and green meet it. Until we close above that, we can be, the market will be just slow down a little bit, give us a little red candle or anything. But once we break and close above here, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going straight to that 95, 96. Soon as we get our first 4 hour candle close above here, just automatically going up there. Um, but yeah, we got in the loans because what we had said, we said once this high get taken, we're getting in loans and we're looking for this 86. And then we said be careful around this area. And then we said take it all the way up to 96. Um, and that's exactly what we did. My futures, we already had got in down here because the markets was open for a little bit on Monday for futures, but options we couldn't get in. So then when options came on Tuesday, I seen we had printed a red candle on the 4 hour, and once we printed that red and printed our green, I just really got in off the open and looked for these highs. Um, yeah, and I got in before this 'cause I was on the like 1 hour or yeah, I was on either the 1 hour or 15 where I got in. So I was already in before this green even got fully printed. Um, so let's go to where I got in at. Here's what I got in at. Let's see. All right, now don't be lagging too bad, man. But we seen this downtrend happening in the pre-market. Um, all I did was just wait until we made a new high. Once we made this high, I got in loans, and that's exactly what I did. I got in loans. Well, actually, dang man, my bad, my bad, my bad. My memory was a little off. I got in loans on the drop. I got in loans on that drop. So I got in loans on the drop, and then I added. This is where I had added some more loans once we broke that high. So it's probably best to see it on the 15. Yeah, this is where I went long at. I went long inside this candle. Down here on the drop, maybe around like 84 is where I went long at. Um, and I'm gonna post a video on my futures. But I only got the second trade on my futures, but it got my levels that I had marked out. because since we didn't have any interaction during this beginning half of the week on Monday on my options, I had just used the futures chart to let me know where to get long at. And on futures, we had like a multiple 15-minute gaps down here, and all I did was just wait on the market to drop down to the 15-minute gaps. I went to the 5 minute and the 1 minute. As soon as I seen rejection, I got it long, so I was able to catch it right down here at like 84 and 584. I got it longs, 584.90s, and I got it, but I got in a small position just because I knew, hey, we were in the downtrend. I didn't want to go heavy until we make a new higher high. So that's when I had ended up getting in more positions once we made a higher high. Well, once we made this high and made this low, that's when I got in them extra positions right here. Um, yeah, so that literally was the only trade. Like I told y'all, we only took SPY and ES trades. I got in ES down here. I got in SPY down here. ES I went normal position because I I can have my stop loss tight and I ain't got buying power that I can't trade for that day or nothing. I got what I well futures you can keep getting in and out, so I didn't mind having tight stop losses on futures. So yes, we went just I think four MES contracts, and then on SPY we bought four I think we bought 590 calls. Yeah, 4 590 calls when we was out here at 84. And honestly, I was a little upset on how the contracts moved a little bit. They really didn't. We had this huge push up, and it barely even gave me, that much for profits. I was a little upset about that. But it still was profit though. It still was profit. Um, yeah. So we end up pushing up. I closed out my I closed out my four positions once I seen us start moving sideways on the 5 minute right here. And I kind of was I had got up here once we had took these highs. I aimed for these highs. Once we got above these highs, I aimed for these highs. And then once we got up to these highs on the 5 minute, I end up closing three of my positions right here at this high at 88. So I took up a $4 move. But then once I seen this red, then it's green, then we got our second red. I closed my fourth one. I was gonna try to hold it and see if we can push all the way up to 91. But I closed it once I seen that second red. But I honestly should have held because we didn't make a lower low. But once I seen red, I just like, hey, we're going down. And I figured we was gonna make that lower low. I probably should just wait until it broke. But I was fine with my profits. I was okay with my profits. And then once I seen us push back up and made this higher high again, I waited on the red candle to come. Waited. The red candle came. Once this red candle came, I got in longs. I had my stop down here at 87. And once we broke past this, I moved my stop up. So we broke past right here, and I moved my stop up to that red candle. And I was targeting that 95. I was just like, man, we might just run all the way up. I was targeting 95 because right here I had zero DTE contracts on this first half before. I had zero DTEs. Then right here I just bought one 2 day contract. So I was gonna hold it the next day. But at the very end of the day, once I seen this when we pushed down, um, and that's what tricked me because I was at the gym. I ain't gonna lie, I was at the gym, so I wasn't able to focus as much as I wanted to on my trade. And I didn't even notice that we didn't make a lower low. We did make lower lows here, so that's what made me get out. I'm like, we didn't make downtrend. But then I didn't even notice we didn't break this low. I ended up getting out, and look what happened at the very end. It pushed up and faked me out. So I was a little upset about that, and that's where we at today. Now, like we ended up closing it. I still closed it for profit, but I could have held it till today, like I wanted to. But yeah, so now we finna get into these charts real quick. The market just opened up. I probably missed my entry. Let's see. Hold up, y'all. Y'all gotta give me 1 second. Because I might need to get in something. Got them highs. If we make a higher high, I'd like to get in the longs. And I do got, like I said, I got to delete all of these lines and stuff. I'm gonna set this alert so I can still show y'all what I'm looking for. Set that alert. So once we make that higher high, light longs up to 92.59. All right. Now, let me delete some of these lines and clear this up, because a lot of these lines is just me. Like when I be intraday, sometimes I just create different lines and stuff to help guide me through my trade. All right. I know the white lines for sure I need to delete. So let's get those off. Everything that has a white line, I know I need to delete. But yeah, let me delete these white lines because I know for a fact we want to delete these white lines. Sorry about that, y'all. Delete these trend lines. Delete. Actually, this trend line I can keep. I'll delete it. It's fine because we already broke past. Delete this alert. Let me see. Is there anything else I want to delete? I can delete this big green. Should I delete the big green box? Because I believe that's that order block I was telling y'all about. Let's check and see. Wait, it was on the 4 hour. My bad. Yeah, that's that order block. Yeah, we can delete it because we just put a line. Well, we do got a line there. We should have alert for a 4 hour close. Yeah, we do. All right, so once, like we told y'all, we get a 4 hour close above here. I see it's going all the way up to 95. Like, yeah, I know we got this high here, but this high isn't. If y'all can check and see, this high is not like a higher high that I'm looking for to go grab, because we had a low, we had a high, which is our higher high. We didn't make our new low until this big red candle. So once we made our new low, right, the next lower high that we have is right here. You see that? So it's like this high is just a part of our old low and our new low. What we're supposed to do? Look for the highest point in between them. So this is a part of like it's in this one section kind of. I don't know. This the high because this is the highest point out of this whole section. So this is not a high that I'm not really respecting. I respect this order block more than I respect this high. So yeah. That's what we look for. We look for that 4 hour close above this order block. Once we get that 4 hour close above the order block, we should be shooting up. We may not go straight to it. We might come up, get a little pullback, then go up. But we going to take that high up there. So now let's go back. Let's go back to finish deleting, clearing up these charts. Man, I just had to say that to y'all. What's this? What's this right here? I'm not sure why I had this right here. I guess to let me know if it broke inside this 1 hour for value gap. But I can clearly see it if we get down there. Alright, we're pushing. We might have to get in our longs once we make this high. And we really want to see the close above, but I can get in a light position. I can get in a light position. Look like we finna get it. Let me make sure my alert is at that high. What's this highest point? 592.09. Where's my alert? Okay, it's right in. Okay, that's fine. All right. And we honestly probably we could have got in down here, but we don't have a green candle yet. So I'm not getting in when it's down here if we don't have the green candle yet, because it can always flip back down and then go up. So we being patient. We're being patient. And I might buy 2-day contracts today because we looking for that 95, 96 area to get taken out. All right, all right, all right. All I need is that it to make that high. And I actually want to put it at 10 so I know it made the high because it can just make equal high. Oh, what the? Go back, go back, go back, go back. End up trying to switch the charts on us. But I wanted to alert it 10 if they let me. That's 11. All right, 592.10. That's what we're looking for. Once it cracked it, we're ready to get in them long stop loss and be down here. Only thing, like we said, if because we gotta have that 4 hour to close above, it can push up and come down and and make a lower low and just trap us in there. That's why we're gonna go light, man. That's why we're gonna go light because it could try to trap us. Um, we definitely gonna go light because it could try to trap us. Um, what we doing? Oh, we was deleting. See, I gotta stay on track, y'all. I'm over here. The market is open, so I'm over here watching. We got this 1 hour fair value gap. All right, we just cracked, so let's get in one light position. All right, we in one light position right now, currently. Set our alert if we would like to come down here. Cause like I said, it could trap us in here. Cause the 4 hour don't close till 11. So if that 4 hour don't close above, right here, this green line, then we're gonna be trapped in, and it might come make a lower low and then consolidate until after that aftermarket. So we gotta be careful. We gotta be careful, man, cause it can trap us in here. Um, but yeah, we got this 1 hour fair value gap. I can remove these alerts then, cause since I see that 1 hour fair value gap. All right, this daily. This is what I was looking for. Our daily candle to close above, so I can remove these. I want to say, cause it wasn't a fair value gap. It was just some key levels I seen on the chart. I was like, hey, for me to want to stay in my loans, I needed us to close above 590.95. And then I needed us to, or at least come down to 590.44 and close above that. So I might keep them 2 daily levels because they was important for me yesterday. All right, like I told y'all, we should be pushing, and that's where we in. We're in these loans. See us. We look for us to take this high out. All right, all right, all right. We're taking the high out now. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go to the 1 hour just because. Um, dang, that was a nice trade. Just because we know we don't have our 4 hour close yet, so we want to see a close above here on the 1 hour. If we don't close above here, it's gonna have a pullback. Crossing up, close. We close past here. We might just go straight up to that 95, 94 area that we was talking about. Uh, So let's watch and see. We close above here, we might be going straight up to that 95, 96 area. Like I told y'all, we can have some little, slowing down before we get up there. That's why at least get your contract 2 or 3 days out, because we could slow down a little bit today and then overnight pushed up there to it. So get your contract more than 1 day out. Um, when I got this light position down here, I got in zero DTE though. So I'm in a zero DTE contract currently. Um, but yeah, we can get this hourly close above. We're good. Um, I'm gonna have to put continuations or continue. All right. We just need that hourly close above there. Even if we don't get the hourly close above there, if we somehow stay around above this green line and that 4 hour close above, I'm still confident for us to go up to the highs. So as long as that 4 hour can close above this key level. I really want that 4 hour to close above this green high, but it's as long as it close above this green level right here for this order block, we should be good. Um, but yeah, so we already got in our trade. I was finna show y'all potential trades we're looking for, but we already kind of walked it out together, so y'all got to see a live trade. Um, we just waiting on this uptrend to continue, because we know our ultimate target is what, these week one highs and then 96, like that fair value gap. So we had our high, we had our low, had a higher high, had our low again. This is our higher high. We was gonna get in after we made a higher high. Boom, got in. Stop is at that low. Now we just babysitting it now. If we get an hourly close above here, we waiting on our next red. Once our next red come, wait on that high get set, then we can move our stop loss up there. Um, that's exactly how we do. We're just gonna sit behind those stop losses until we get to our target, our solidify levels until we get to our targets, and that's it. That pretty much is the whole game plan. So I really didn't even have to draw or show y'all nothing else. We do got these 1 hour gaps marked up. 4 hour. Let's make sure we ain't got no. Well, nah, we ain't got no 4 hours fair value other than this right here. So we were in currently in this fair value gap on SPY, and that kind of give me comfort that we're gonna at least get to the top of this fair value gap at 592.95. So if we touched it, that's the one thing I'll say that then. If we touched it, it's 592.95. Then now after that, we need us to close past this level. If we don't touch it before that 4 hour close, then we're good. It's just keep going up. But if we touch it before the 4 hour close, we have to close past it for that 4 hour candle. Because if we don't close past it, we're coming right back down. I'm not saying that we're gonna come back all the way down to the bottom of this 4 hour fair value gap, but we might be coming back down to this order block. So be careful on that. If I'm gonna set alert just off the touch, I just need to know every time it crosses it once. So I actually need to. I want to put this on a lower time frame. Even though I know it's my 4 hour level, I want that to be on a lower time frame. What's that? 592.95. Okay. 592.95. 592.95. I'm put on my 15 minute. 592.95. Where is it? I gotta take this magnet off. There where it is. 592. We said 45. Yeah, I know it didn't already touch it. Hold up, y'all. 4 hour. Let's go back to 4 hour. Make sure. Yeah, it didn't touch. What level did we say? 95. See, I'm saying 45 is 95. My bad, y'all, my bad. 592.95. 592. There you go. All right. Now set alert. Every time it crosses with a 15-minute counter. All right. And we're going to type 4 hour fair value gap. Come on. Text. 4 hour FVG. All right. Like we said, if we tap this before the 4 hour close, then we gotta close past it. But if we don't tap it yet and we can stay just stay in this range for a little bit, then we should be pushing up on the next 4 hour counter. And that's definitely going, like I said, as long as we can stay above this green level, that's definitely gonna keep us moving to that 95 level. All right. And I really want this 1 hour to close above here, but it's fine if it don't, because it could be making this new higher low. On that, like if we don't close above here, we can have slight little pullback, and then green again, then close above there. So we're not upset about it. We just sitting there being patient, man, waiting on them kind of closes above. As long as we don't take our low, we should be good. And as long as this 4 hour can hold above here, we should be good. All right. And that's what we're looking for today. Let's go look at NVIDIA real quick before I end this stream. Want to check out NVIDIA because we know what NVIDIA is what everybody anticipating. So we're currently red on the day, but as y'all can see, it looked just like SPY. We made lower lows, but what happened the next day? We end up having our green counter pushing higher. We need to take this high out, and that's gonna make a high on the daily to push us all the way up to 43. Um, yeah, and it'll solidify this 29 level as our low. So that's all we need. So really, on this daily, all you look for is a sign of us switching bullish. We're already bullish currently, but you kind of want how to get set. This is nice that where Nvidia at right now. This is actually a potential entry, because it's not supposed to be this low. So this is a potential entry to go ahead and get it. You can get in currently and take it back up to 90. I mean 136. But we know them contracts is crazy expensive right now just because um the earnings, but this potentially can be an entry. You either can get in off of this just from by it being so close, or you can wait until boom, that next hourly count will be green. Or you can go to the lower time frame and look for a green counter to get printed. Alright, but in the video we really just waiting on this how to get taken. Hopefully we get a close above it when it get taken, and then we know go to 43. Alright. Let's go check out Costco. Costco, I was like, man, I could get in it today. And look at it. We had a daily close. That was your long. Oh, but Costco, I looked at Costco contract. I said, heck no. I was gonna get in it yesterday, closing, because I had my daily close I needed over my level. Which was at 10:15. And look, we're pushing up now. We're pushing up now. So you still can get in. You got a lot of room to 40. So it's still $20 move, but that's if you know what I'm saying, you're fine with that. Them contract prices. This high just got taken. Um, then actually this is kind of like how spot set up. Even though this is a high that got taken, this ain't really a high that we're targeting because this low didn't get taken until this big red candle. So our real true target is up here at these highs at 39.29. So basically 40, where our TP set. So it should keep on pushing. As long as we get that kind of closure above this little range right here, it should keep pushing up to them highs. We do see this fair value gap here, so we gotta be careful about that. That might slow it down some. Let's mark that out because we might be able to jump in it tomorrow. I think we do see that 4 hour fair value gap. All right. Honestly, I think that's it. Okay, I think we just made our lower low on SPY. So we might need to be getting out. Let's see. Yep, it ended up reversing. That's why I told y'all to take it light because it could reverse and consolidate on us. And I'm glad that I took it light now. So now we just gotta wait for another re-entry. Glad I took it light. All right. So we just gonna be patient. We're gonna wait. Wait. It did take out that high, so that is one good thing. It did take out that high, but clearly it looked like we're not gonna get that continuation just yet. As long as it's, like I said, as long as we can close above this 4 hour level, we'll be good. So I might just be what I'll do. I'll wait till that 4 hour counter close above here, and then I'll get in. So long as again, I'm probably not gonna get in off the 1 hour unless we close above this high. All right. But that's a prime example to know when to do certain position sizing because like I told you, I got in a light contract just because I knew, hey, we could just come right back down, consolidate. I'm not going my full position because I need my 4 hour to close above, and that's the level I respect more than a 1 hour. Um, so yeah, so we're completely fine because we took less than 1/4 of our normal position sizing on that trade. All right. So we just gonna be waiting until we see really that 4 hour candle closing above. But we did take that high, so that is good. We did take that high. And then if that 4 hour close above, this would be a green candle, so that means continue going higher. Um, so that's another good thing. And we're gonna take it, like we said, 2 or 3 days out. Only if we close above here on the 4 hour. Take it 2 or 3 days out, and you should see it coming up in this range. Really, I think we'll be taking it high out, honestly. So that's the game plan, man. I'll see y'all in the next one. Your boy Keith.